is the Entertainment Buzz.
Hear me told ya.
Yo, yo, yo. What them say? Up to the buzz. You don't know what the buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the Entertainment Buzz.
Further on in the buzz.
That is why they part our things. And them searching and searching. Like what just wanna give them away.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back in time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes off. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bounty. Dig it well. Entertainment Buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
Our feature presentation.
Good evening. We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Courtney Mack in the building. Of course, hold it down for Kishima.
That's right. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Kelly,
man.
Dave is absolutely awesome.
Big up to Dave Kelly.
All right. Pan-African attorney at law Bert Samuels had to intervene after the client entertainer Popcaan was detained in the UK. Now, this is something that has been happening. It was over the social media saying that he says that I am detained in the UK and Mr. Prime Minister. I don't know if it's
man. Absolutely. All right. So this is the second time around. January when he went to the UK.
Yes.
It was a similar situation, and he did make a post on that as well. Saying that, listen, based on what the UK is saying, is that his country, there's a situation that his country.
They
is
said
saying.
information for him to be detained.
Exactly. And
why is that?
According to what they're saying, I mean, in terms of tweets and so on, and that is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kamina Johnson-Smith. I mean, she earlier
responded.
tweeted that she was going to check. And of course, later on this evening, we heard some different findings. We're not quite sure exactly if all of these findings were accurate according to the different authorities. But nevertheless, we hear cocaine charge and all of these different things allegedly. And, a lot of persons are saying, hey, the artist never been charged for that. But we don't know fully if something goes or nearly goes, but that is what they have on their system. But it shouldn't be a case that, traveling, whatever it is, or if it is a situation that happened in the past that you're going for, I don't know what the full story is, but having the artist being detained in another country,
they have not found him in anything.
Yeah, that can be
and
rectified.
other things can be speculative.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be something that is.
It never have to reach to that high level where an entertainer was representing brand Jamaica and the culture of dancehall and reggae.
Minister of Foreign Affairs
stopped,
Kamina Johnson-Smith earlier today tweeted that her checks with the Home Office revealed that the stop and check was not a result of the Jamaican government. Now, what Popcaan said when he came on, he was saying that it was the government or his home country was the reason he was stopped.
Because he had gotten a document, and basically that was what, according to his post, that was what the document was saying, that this is really from instructions from the government of Jamaica.
And she's saying it's not so. So what was
and
the
I
purpose?
Said, and later on this evening, like we said, there have been several things that were revealed.
The cocaine charge
and all of these things. We're still going through it, but it just don't seem right.
Even so, if there was a cocaine charge, it's not applicable here. So why stop him? And I'm sure there was no charge in terms of cocaine. So
push him well still,
The
thing work out, you get me?
It have to work out, man.
Yeah, man.
But the truth is, if a situation like this happened in January, 6 months after, because we're in July right now, and it should have been rectified from then to just find out what was the matter. You don't have to mean that you have to visit back another country again, the same country months after.
But the big question is though, is it the same? Is it related to the same thing, or it's two separate incidents?
No, it actually remains to be the same thing in terms of it's the same reason he got January that he's getting again in July.
And that's actually a particular pet peeve with immigration.
Yes.
If it is something that was there and it was not corrected or rectified before, it is going to come up again.
Constantly.
Yeah.
And with the Interpol and all of these different organizations that, share information globally.
And the information is shared a lot better now.
Yeah.
So
sometimes it's just a simple situation at one part of or another country maybe, or, whatever it is.
I wonder if we have a clip from Bert Samuels. I see a clip here. I would love to.
I think we do.
Let's hear from Bert Samuels.
Following on a tweet from Popcaan, otherwise called Andre Sutherland, which is with respect to his experience at Heathrow Airport, where they had him again for the 10th time, pull him aside and saying that he had a red flag on his name, and it took him another 3.5 hours to be able to go to where he wanted to. The whole thing has been exposed, and I got involved because he asked me, himself and his manager, to intervene. So we made sure to, I had a tweet on the matter where I said the immigration authorities said they weren't the ones who put that red flag on him. That is immigration authorities in England. Therefore, we called out Jamaican government. We said, listen, you need to protect your citizens. I had written to the government already about this matter. And so, as a result, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ms. Johnson, got involved and gave instructions that caused the Jamaican High Commission to contact me first thing this morning at 7:30. I was talking to them. They asked me to give information on Mr. Sutherland Popcaan, and I gave them his bio information, the picture page of his passport, and then the ball started moving. They promised that they have sent it to the UK authorities. So we're hoping that the intervention of the Minister of Foreign Affairs will cause an early resolution of this matter. May I add that on the inside cover of every passport of a Jamaican, there is a statement that the Minister of Foreign Affairs is asking all foreign governments to allow us Jamaican citizens to use our passport and enter their countries without hindrance. Popcaan is of the view that the hindrance is not being assisted sufficiently, but now the government has come in, and we're hoping that he'll be able to avoid the embarrassment of being stopped for 3-4 hours when he tries to enter the UK. Interestingly, he has a UK visa, so it seems to me that the problem is not with the UK. They have given him a visa, they haven't cancelled it.
And
this is interesting.
That's and that's prudent information.
Yes,
because he was allowed to. He has been granted a US visa, not US, a UK visa, and he came through the country to go because he was going to Portugal.
Right.
And he came back from Portugal, and the stop happened in the UK. So we need to understand the rationale of his being stopped and detained.
And clearly, like the interesting point is that he was granted a UK visa, and that says a lot. So that says that, hey, over here in the UK, we don't really have an issue with you personally.
That's what Brett was saying, yes.
But just to dissect it, I mean, there's a thing that them call a secondary that you go through, and I believe that's the whole detention aspect of it, that you have to wait for them to give you an extra process. And I believe that, this is something that the government can iron out. I mean, if it is that they see where his file is good, or they see where it's a case that whatever was a misdemeanor, or whatever the case might be, and it's something that he's not charged for or whatever, then them supposed can fix things, man.
Well,
yeah, but we understand that, I mean, things, if you do things in the past or allegedly, I mean, it's going to be on your file. But I believe that, after a period of time, based on whatever it was, then it can be looked and addressed in a different manner.
We need to be cognizant of the fact that the information was disseminated to the Jamaican government when Popcaan it has been detained, and he's speaking in the present tense.
Yes.
And he put out a bit of information saying that he has been detained, and he's being detained because of information sent to the UK government by his country, right? No, the Minister of Foreign Affairs now very quickly responded in saying that there's no such thing in terms of there's nothing that the government has sent to the UK for his detainment. So it has to be something, as Mackie just said, that it is beyond that. Meaning, there were some certain things that were alleged, like, cocaine and other things. That could be the problem. But by right, if it is not up in your face when you're being checked out, he has a UK visa. He flew through the UK already, and went about his business and performed in Portugal, and coming back was the issue. I think that they need to stop the targeting, because a lot of people who are high profile are targeted.
Yeah, he's been flagged for sure, and we just advise that the powers that be. I mean, don't get me wrong, entertainers, we encourage you to stay on the right path and do the right things.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I mean, it is also important that, I mean, I hope that, we don't just leave this by the wayside and say, oh, yeah, right, after a couple of days, then, yeah. And then it come up on the radar again when Popcaan decide to go back to the UK again. Yeah. And the same thing can happen for another entertainer as well.
The news cycle if the news cycle is pretty much a 9-day cycle. Sometimes things just pop up, and it is in the head of the news stream for a couple of days. And if it is not rectified from the root, then it will reemerge. Let us fix it from the root. So whatever is the issue needs to be targeted and fixed, and the information disseminated to the right people so that we don't have it reoccurring. And that is something that we as Jamaicans especially have a problem with, where we not fix it from the root, and then it comes right back.
Branches.
To haunt us.
Stems.
So, whatever the problem, why Popcaan was detained, it needs to be fixed at the root and fixed, and we won't have it again.
Yeah, and I'm happy that, his lawyer, Bert Samuels,
serious lawyer, that
sorted out. But in January, when the situation happened, Bert also made a tweet, and, we still...
See, it come right back. So, as I say, it needs to be fixed at the root. Why is he being flagged? And once they find out why he's being flagged, they fix that, and it won't reoccur. That's what's the problem. They need to fix it.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, me I tell you, man. So, big party I go on, you know.
Yeah.
I'm on take of it.
Nice party too.
I'm very honored. I know the promoter very well.
Yeah, man. It's a great party.
Yesteryear, the best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And hey, Vivine, I tell you this, you know, Viv there. Viv, open the door there. And not this a man of a company show, you know. But yes, he's there. Lucian, yeah, man. And Admiral Bailey, yeah, man. Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome to you both.
You finally get me to do an interview.
Boy, may I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is historic. Historic, right?
Lucian, good evening. How are you doing?
Sir Lucian, my brother. How are you, sir?
Good. How you do?
He's my god brother.
Yes.
Big tell everybody all the while I'm a boss upon him, you know.
Nice.
He's my god brother.
Nice.
And my father's godson.
Sounding good.
Yes, man. But Lucian,
tell us the year, best of the 70s, 80s, 90s, plus soca, miniskirt edition.
Yes,
tell me about it. Sound
it's
good.
not the first time him do it in the Maki.
Look at that.
All right. So Lucian, you tell us.
It's all about yesterday, this Saturday, July 9.
Yeah.
Pier 1, Montego Bay. Best of the 70s, 80s, 90s. Plus, we're going to train some soca for you.
Right.
Make people dance and enjoy themselves. Miniskirt edition. And we have Admiral Bailey live. I've got some bad retro DJs. We have Kurt Riley.
Yes.
Eric Cooper.
Yes.
DJ Denvo.
Yes.
And Terran from Pier 1.
Hey, Lucian, I wanted to ask you something. Why 70s, 80s, 90s? You know, people put on all these modern parties. Why did you decide to put on something like this?
Parties like these ones, it makes the ladies want to come out, and it's a non-stop dancing. You just can't stop dancing. And to me, the 90s is one of the nicest era.
Trust me.
We just bring it back, and we just want to enjoy ourselves and party like never before.
Give us a couple of bit of details. What time should people come out to the event? Give us the admission, and of course...
It's open at 9 p.m.
Yep.
We can give a ticket at Pier 1 and Fontana Pharmacy. It's $1,500 pre-sold, $2,000 at the gate.
You said you have Admiral Bailey on the lineup. For real?
Yes, man. Live and live in color.
When there?
You should be at home, you know.
Remember, you have to see me. If you want to see me, you have to come out Saturday.
No, because it sounds like he was on the line with us. But Admiral Bailey is such a great talent, such a great act.
Admiral have hits after hits, non-stop hits.
What I want to ask you, right? I mean, you don't know, say, I kind of like the part where say miniskirt edition, you know. I mean, you come up with that concept there. Tell me why you come up with that concept there.
Well, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, you used to have a different type of dressing that's what you have now. So miniskirt was one of them that the ladies used to come out in, put on a miniskirt, put on the high heels.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we bring it back retro. So miniskirt edition it is.
Me just hope, say when them girls they come in and the miniskirt, the breeze is very heavy that night there.
No man, the miniskirt them tight, the breeze.
No breeze not help with that true.
Skirt tight, man.
How is like parking? Because that's always a big thing with events in terms of
man. Parking is secured. We have security companies there, and a lot of police will be there.
Yes.
So everything will be done smoothly and according to how it is supposed to go.
All right, so one.
They just don't have to worry. They can just come out, enjoy themselves in a safe environment, and just prepare to party.
Wonderful. Just remind the listeners, I mean, some of the DJs that are going to be on the bill as well as the admission.
Admission 1,500 pre-sold, 2,000 at the gate. You can get a ticket at Pier 1 and Fontana Pharmacy. And we have some of the baddest retro DJs.
If you tell you.
Riley, Eric Cooper, DJ Denver, and DJ Terran.
Nice.
And what I love with the DJs it's a wonderful spread.
Yeah, man, it is.
Because you have from Mobay,
yes,
and all across the
Kings
island.
all about. Yeah,
man. So, hey, Lucian, let me tell you something. I wish you all the best with the event. I know it's going to be awesome because this is not the first time. How many years you been keeping this event now?
No, well, I want to tell you that the first yesteryear was in January 2020.
Right.
Because of the COVID. But I tell you that yesteryear,
it was massive.
Look here, now, man.
It was very, 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 very nice.
And listen, based on how things are, this one is going to be just as massive. Probably even more.
Yeah, that's what we're anticipating based on the road and based on the crowd.
Yes, man. It'll go nice. What is there a time frame that we can look out for Admiral Bailey to perform?
We're looking at Admiral Bailey to perform between 1 and 1:30.
Okay.
So we want to invite all our friends who love this kind of event to get there before Admiral Bailey perform.
Get there early.
Get there very.
Right.
Just
even
get there.
before and after Admiral perform, I'm say, based on the DJs that are there, Kurt Riley, Eric Cooper, it's going to be just pure niceness.
And gates open what time again?
At 9 p.m.
Get there at 8.
The truth is, with this kind of lineup and based on the party, I mean, $1,500. It's quite reasonable.
Reasonable, no. It's cheap.
Yeah.
So we have to do something to ensure that people come out and to ensure that they have a good time just the same.
All right, Lucian. Yesteryear, the best of the 70s, 80s, and 90s is an event that you cannot afford to miss. It's going to be happening at Pier 1 in Montego Bay. Get there early. As early to me, you think you need to reach there from about 7 o'clock and just enjoy yourself. Sit down.
So what time you reaching, boy?
I'm reaching there from 6, sir. I'm very early. I'm early bird.
Bones, you go there early for you,
Yeah, that's some East there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm an early person. So
yesteryear, this Saturday.
This Lucian, big up, my bro.
Respect, boys. Respect.
Enough love. Yes, I.
All right,
yeah, man. So it's gonna be the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and these DJs they never fail.
No, look here, you see all of the DJs them with up on the show, yeah. Them the normal. A shell party, man.
And then you're gonna have a performance by Admiral Bailey in the night.
Yeah, man. Look here, Admiral Bailey.
Yeah, man. Big
baddest,
belly.
Baddest performer right now.
And
man. Tell him, man,
not
them
show
era
up,
there.
if him not show
yeah,
up,
man. Yeah, Davil say legend.
If him not show up, me can't show up on my belly.
Guess what, Bone? Speaking of show up, right now we are going to check in right now, of course, with the music artist for this week. We have Diana Wright, of course, a Zoom link. You don't know Diana. Hi, Diana, what's up?
Diana, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
Diana, how you pretty up on the TV? No, sir.
I don't know.
Looking
Diana,
good as always. Yeah, well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Diana Wright, tell us a little bit about how you got started in the music business. And of course, let's give us a little bit about the musical journey that you've had to go through.
Okay, so I started, as most people have started in the church. I know that I'm not in the church, I still am. But in the year 2000, I actually released an album, Nice. And on that album, so I'm kind of jumping to the meat of the matter, so I don't have to stretch it out, So in the year 2000, I released an album called Portrait of Praise. And on that album had a song that I did that most people are doing it over now, the song called If You Miss Me. You don't go to church, funerals, everywhere, and you don't hear that song. So that's my song. And that was the song that really did it for me in the year 2000. And from then, I began to perform. I perform at several places around the island. And I'm also into poetry from JCDC. I've won several awards and the whole 9 yards, whereas that is concerned. And I continue. Yeah.
What are you promoting now?
Okay, so I am promoting culture, right? The good aspect of the music that talks about love and righteousness, not necessarily denomination and religion, quote unquote, but the things that makes us a people, the things that that a brother would love a brother and not try to take a brother's life. A brother would not try to covet, a brother's for his wife or something like that. I'm promoting the kind of narrative that would cause people to rethink and to understand that there's a creator, and we must understand that there's a creator, and we almost, must show respect and pay credence to the God of heaven and love one another, because that is the whole nucleus of life. So that's what I'm promoting in my songs.
Diana, let me ask you. I heard you mention, what you're promoting and so on. I've noticed that you've done quite a few albums. I must ask you, how long did you say you were in the business for so far?
From the year 2000, yes.
And how has it been, in terms of the music business as an entertainer who is constantly on the rise and giving us new material? How would you say, what are the challenges that you've been having? Or is there a challenge, and what would you change?
The challenges that I've had at first, earlier when I started, it wasn't so much of a challenge that I faced, no, because, for me, I'm an entrepreneur, so really then I produce my own, I worked, I save my money, I go to the studio, I produce my own. So the kind of hiccups that most, especially females that would face, I never faced that because I produce my own. I find my own money. I didn't have to wait on anybody to do anything for me. So I didn't have that type of hiccup, right? Mm-hmm. But as time changes and you see now the kind of the appetite has changed for the music. So you see a whole of slackness, a whole of gun tune, a whole of this, a whole of that. But for me, I remain constant and I remain steady because I still do my thing. You understand? And if I 100 people in the place, never sing like it's 1,000,000 people. Yes. You understand? So for me, I don't see anything as a challenge that I cannot overcome or that I cannot learn from to make myself be more successful and to still give the people what they want, because I don't believe that everybody is craving for the nastiness and the gun and the this and that. I don't believe so. So I am pushing, and I still say that I am an overcomer. Anyway, you take it.
All right. Here, all right. I understand, and what you said has a wholesome effect. In the line of specificity now, what are you promoting in terms of music? Is there a track, an EP that we can look out for from you?
Okay, so this EP called Real Thing, that's what I'm pushing. And my latest single called Bed of Roses, Life 101 Bed of Roses, nice reggae, nice groove. So that's what I push. And that song there, let me tell you how that song, when you really listen to Bed of Roses, it's not talking about the bling and thing. It's really talking about a sister or an empress who really, and our kingman, who them really love each other with little and nothing. And the love is just beautiful between the two of them, you understand? And, him work hard and him share what him have, and she appreciate him. And him actually, this is something very, very, you might say archaic, but it is beautiful. It's a gem that we have lost. He wrote her a love letter in the video of the song Better Roses. You can find it on YouTube. So it's the wholesome material that I'm pushing, that song Better Roses, and the whole EP called Real Thing.
All right, so you mentioned about Real Thing EP. Tell us about that. When was it released? What's the feedback like so far?
Okay, so we produced the EP here on our label called 16 Bars Multimedia, because we do, the whole video production and all of that. So that was released in 2020. Okay. And so the feedback is very good because it's just strictly reggae, and it's nice, clean, wholesome reggae. I think I even sing on a church stage, because it really enhanced God, and the creator and love. And it's just really a big up God still when you really check it. So
I love that.
It's really good.
You don't mind if we give our listeners a treat of hearing that track, but we'd love you to introduce it in your own way, and we'll play it here.
Which one? Better Roses?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, so this is Diana Wright, and I want you to really turn your love cup up and listen to Better Roses, and I will fill it with beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ingredients of love, all right? So listen to Better Roses right now. Here we go.
Nubian king, I love you. No apologies when I chose you. Everything you do, I adore you. I know you love me. Hard working man who will provide for me. Never tell me no fairy tale and pack me up and lie. Never tell me say you wanna kiss you in the sky from me. You work till your strength runs dry. Yes, I need honesty, baby, you're my guy. On no other cat to say you, no other eye. Life on a 100 houses, the deepest river on the longest.
Beautiful music there, eh?
Nice.
And Diana, I must let you know that your sound so international, so unique. Are there any artists out there that have inspired you and you'd like to collaborate with?
Oh my gosh, there are so many. But I cannot complete an interview without talking about Marcia Griffiths. That lady has been the center of everything that I call music and that I love. I really love her. And, I know that she probably, maybe not be in, music so much right now, but Marcia Griffiths is my true, I don't want to use the word idol because I don't idolize people, but she's someone that I really have a whole lot of respect for. So if I could get a chance to do something with Bushman, I really love Bushman because I'm a culture.
Yeah,
I love Bushman lyrics. I love Bushman thing. Etana is also another beautiful sister. So, and Queen Africa, the artists who are really defending justice and righteousness within the music.
Yes.
So those are the kind of artists I would love.
I would love that because those are the artists that have been really putting out a positive footprint in the business, and these are the folks that you liked and they influence you. I would love for you to tell us a little bit about your next plan in terms of 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. Where can we see Diana Wright?
Okay, so music is my life, by now maybe you may have figured that out. So I'm going to continue to do music. I know next week, on the 23rd of July, I'll be going to Africa, to Ghana to perform on the Hands Across Africa tour that they're having. I think it's an 8 African country tour, but I know I'm just doing Ghana for now. Maybe I might do the rest of them. I'm not sure. I'm going to continue to do music. We also have other artists that we work with, and what we do, we gear them into not using the curse word. Right now, we have a brethren who we work with. He's a rapper though, but we put him on a how can I read him again? It's like a reggae rhythm, but to find a way to do it really nice, to put the rap on it, and the lyrics are just clean. And he said, "Look at Diana. My mother and father, they're pastors, right? And they love what you have done because I didn't curse. There's no curse word in it."
Right.
And they were just singing our praises for that. So we brand ourselves as clean content. So we push out clean content, and every artist that we work with, we try to use that as a platform to, make them do their music in a powerful way without have to cuss out the women or cuss out the men or talk about how much money you have and that kind of thing. So that's what we are pushing. That's what we're promoting. We're also into music production, video production. When I say video, I mean movie production because I'm a writer.
Nice.
So I shorts as well. I have some shorts that I do on YouTube on the 16 Bars multimedia channel that's on YouTube. And right now we are working on a big movie production, not a little, we call it like a cheap something. We're really working on something big. I do all the editing. I do a lot of the editing, and I do all the videos and everything. So we do everything in-house basically. So we're going to keep it in the multimedia, along the multimedia pipe. We're going to talk about the history of slavery and how we should rise as a people. Just powerful things to really uplift because, I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win and take back the music from the the people who have the gun on their tongue. We're going to take back the music. I believe, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care the era. I don't care nothing. I think that we are going to win. We have the power to circumvent, and we have the power to saturate the atmosphere with positive energy and to win again and to take back the hearts and the soul and the mind of the people through positive music and good, clean lyrics. That's what I'm pushing. That's where we're going.
Diana, I love your energy. I mean, I'm agreeing with every single thing that you've said earlier on. Just before we go, I mean, for persons who are listening right now and they really want to, get in contact with you or follow you on social media, just walk them through your handles and so on.
Okay, so you can follow me personally at Diana. My Diana is spelled with 2 N's. So it's Diana, Dianna. Sorry, that's Empress Diana. That's IG. So
that's
my
right.
IG is Empress
There you go.
Diana. And it's 2 N's.
Yes.
Right. And you can also, we have our label is on YouTube at 16 bars. So that's 16 bars, BARS multimedia. So that's 16 bars multimedia. That's on YouTube. You can find us and you can follow us there. And that's basically, we also have a website, which is www.16barsmm. And the MM stands for multimedia. So that's 16 bars, BARSMM.com. Our music is are there, and our production and everything is right there too.
Sounds it sounds like a mouthful.
Awesome.
Anybody you want to big up before you go?
Definitely, I really want to big up my friend Roger Concrete Asphalt. I'm a version that he's a dynamic poet. We go
Roger.
Yeah, man. The whole Dub Traffickers crew, we're talking about Jagger Fitzroy Cole, a brilliant writer, hasty old boy, and also this beautiful Empress, her name is Empress Rose. She's in the music business, and she's also really helping to stir and to big up and to pull up, artists. She's a really good person to hang with and, to get to know. Also my engineer, Chris Napier, big up and welcome, love and respect to you. Gombe Culture, a true article Rastaman. We work with him too. So we say, Gombe, we love you. You understand? Skeet, all of our artists. JT, big up yourself. The whole RFM crew, we say big up yourself. Yes? So I just want love in a place. And anybody me miss? Look here, me done loving already. And I know.
Cool,
right?
Cover everybody. Just say go.
Thank you so much, Diana Wright, our music artist, for this week on the EBUZZ.
Diana, respect here and keep doing what you're doing, all right?
Thank you so much.
Enough love and honor. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Soon forward.
Island Strains Herb House, the premier medical cannabis dispensary in Jamaica, proud sponsors of Reggae Sumfest 2022, located on the Hip Strip, 5 Jimmy Cliff Boulevard, Montego Bay. Follow us on social media at Island Strains. Island Strains Herb House, the love of the island in every strain.
The time is...
Well, the time right here on Roots Rocking Reggae Radio, it's now exactly 9:21. And of course, we're now going to our pre-recorded feature, At the Movies with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. Tributes are pouring in for Jamaican-British actress Mona Hammond. Hammond, who was a former star of the British television program EastEnders and champion of black theatre acting talent, died on Sunday. She was 91. She was best known for playing the matriarch Blossom Jackson on the soap from 1994 to 1997, briefly reprising her role in 2010. News of her death was announced on Twitter by Marcus Ryder, chair of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, where Hammond studied in the 1960s. Since then, scores of social media users have expressed sadness at her passing. An EastEnders spokeswoman also expressed sadness at the news. Hammond also co-founded the groundbreaking Talawa Theatre Company in 1986 to help address the lack of creative opportunities for black actors and the marginalization of black people from cultural processes. Still on the movie scene, Amber Heard's legal team has filed a memorandum to throw out the verdict of Johnny Depp's defamation case against her. The 44-page filing submitted on July 1 argues that there was insufficient evidence to merit the damages of over $10 million awarded, in part zeroing in on Depp's claim that he lost a film role in Pirates of the Caribbean 6 due to an opinion piece that Heard published in the Washington Post in 2020. 2018. Last month, after a 6-week trial in a Virginia court, a jury found Heard liable for 3 defamation claims stemming from the article. In the article, Heard advocated for legislation against sexual violence and did not name Depp explicitly. The jury awarded Depp $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. In a simultaneous countersuit, they found Depp defamed Heard on 1 count thanks to a statement given by one of his attorneys. They awarded her $2 million in compensatory damages. And here are 5 movies to watch this week. Top Gun Maverick, Man from Toronto, Rise, Hustle, and Father of the Bride. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Thank you very much, Maisha Brody, with that lovely feature At the Movies.
Yeah.
I want to say a special happy birthday in heaven to a mentor to me. He's like a dad to me, and love him and miss him dearly. Gordon Butch Stewart. Today is his birthday. He would have been about 80 years old, and he would be the youngest 80 years old in the world. So,
salute.
Uncle G, love you, miss you. Keep doing what you're doing. And his son, Adam, is really carrying on the legacy of his work. So, love.
Yes,
love,
salute.
Love to you, Uncle Butch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Butch would say, tell something in a bone, says I will pop on and make it. With a ramp, Love you, Butch.
You know what I mean?
Love you.
And I noticed, Bones, you mentioned in heaven, you know.
He's not, yeah.
And, you know, we have to segue into Davil.
It's a piece of segue, that's
You
it.
know what I mean? Because the
Yeah,
truth
man.
is, I mean, that was a great song.
Not only just a great song,
Yeah.
it is a great monetary song. Look how the man look, man. Hey,
Boys.
hey, Davil, I tell you,
say that, escape it.
hey, Davil,
Yo.
because of COVID,
Yeah.
we really, and I've been saying this to everyone here, that we don't have much people in studio.
Yes.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
I get really stupidly excited when there is somebody here in studio. And this week, we got a double because Mackie's in studio.
Yes.
And you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you don't really live here and you made time out of your very busy schedule to hang with us poor people. We really are glad that you made time.
Davil, after such a long time, welcome once
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Gin. It's
Yes,
nice.
I RFM my home.
Your home, youth.
Yeah, man.
Welcome
Welcome
Of your
home.
place.
Welcome home.
Long
Yeah,
time.
man, long time, man. Long
What's
time.
been going on with Davil? I want you to give us a quick synopsis in terms of you and your music and what's been happening, because it's been a minute.
And of course, and I've been like, well, ever since prior to COVID, we had tour same way, you know what I mean?
Right.
Doing the shows and doing the recordings and all that, you know. I mean, I'm a husband now and family man. I got 2 sons.
Nice.
You see me? I
yes,
say, yeah, man. So
Rich.
yeah, you know, rich. Real rich.
You're real rich.
Before I say that done, because I'm
Because
speaking in the
you now
existence.
see me
you know?
come to you and say real poor.
Never.
So work with the rich.
Yeah, man, never.
I don't work with that, man. I don't want a man spitting up on this over me, man. Yes, man.
Can't do it to me too.
Yeah, man. But on the real though, honestly, you know, I've been just staying consistently busy. You know, when people don't see me here, we still do it, man. Touring, you know, stop. You get me? But I guess COVID came about and kind of put a little damp upon certain things.
Yes.
But what that did for me, it's kind of helped me to put certain things into perspective, where I was now home and I had the opportunity to be in my studio more often to create.
Nice.
So we're looking at about enough songs right now to do like 5 albums right now if I wanted
Oh,
to.
that's remarkable.
You dig?
That's
So,
remarkable.
Yeah, man. So right now I just dropped my 2 first singles for 2022 and them I do road hard. You get me?
All right. So before we go to the 2 singles that you just dropped, you did a lot of recordings during the COVID time,
Yeah,
but
man.
you didn't release any new music
No.
within that time. Was
No.
that deliberate?
Kinda.
That was
It
deliberate.
was because You know, people keep on hitting me up, yo, hey, don't drop something. And I'm like, for what? You know what I mean? All my things stays different from everybody else's thing.
Yeah.
You get me? I don't really try to run with the hype train, you know? I wanted to make sure that when the material that the song was ready, I was 100% comfortable with the material. You know, I didn't want to no longer shortchange a thing. You know, I'm at a spot now where I have creative control. So what creative control does is put me in a position where I can do things my way and release it when me think it ready. You know what I mean? I forget that feeling in my heart where I say, yeah, I know.
Independently,
you see me?
You know, people say I'm a comedian, but I have to ask, man. The accent just changed. You know, when you say you dig and
yeah.
So
Bones.
you live here, son. What's going on?
Listen, it's your fault, you know. You did say rich.
Don't it?
No, yeah, but you can be locally rich. You're locally rich. What's been going on? You live here?
No, yeah, I go on and do Bones. Yeah, remember, so we travel the world, you know. So I mean, I love learn and pick up things in different places.
So you just do that twang.
So we're gonna come and say, and say, konnichiwa, arigato, and start speakers and Japanese
Ichiban
and them things.
Remember Davil Global.
But you never do that.
Yeah, but the thing is this. I like flavor. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Yeah, so when you get flavor in the Davil song. You get flavor in the Davil twang. You know?
All right, let me ask you something. You live here?
Jamaica is always my home.
We never say it's not your home. Do you live here?
Well, right now, for the week, you know?
All right, I mean, you don't live here.
Well, you spend most of your time in the
Where
US.
you deny where you live, Davil?
Honestly, still, well, I live in Florida right now.
Yeah.
On the real thing, you see me? So,
yeah.
But of course, you know, even though I live in Florida, I call Florida home. You know Jamaica and the style. When you come
Florida
Jamaica,
is your yard. Yeah. Jamaica is your home.
Yard, a yard, man.
Jamaica is your home.
Jamaica is still yard.
A yard too?
Yeah, man. I
spend more time on Florida. I put it
Yeah,
that way.
man.
That makes us go to that.
Make it stay right
Yes,
there.
man.
Let me ask you though. I mean, you know, as a singer who, you know, you've been there, done that in terms of some great collabs, some great singles.
Awesome.
You know, when you look at the state of the business right now, I mean, you know, how do you see it in the eyes of Davil?
How do I see it in the eyes of Davil? I see that the thing needs to be, you know, balanced, honestly.
How so?
Because me personally, I'm not here to judge anyone and bash anyone.
You
tell them for doing things. You get to me and say, but you know, I think that there's still great reggae music, roots and on Japan, lovers rock and them things being made, but not being promoted and not being pushed forward the same way with the same amount of consistency of the other thing them chop and wap up and
but you know, if you chop the line get chopped, you know. And if you bang the line get bang. I learned that today.
Me personally not have a problem with anybody expressing themselves musically. It's a space for it. But
I always say that.
need to give the people them some other things to for balance out the thing. We can't eat curry chicken every day. After a while they can get gliding.
Yeah.
If we give them a little bit of oxtail, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Some stew, some idle stew and them
tofu, little chunks.
Jamaica
and
reggae.
Some they drink soup.
Yeah, man. Remember say reggae, you know. Reggae is a huge umbrella that covers
for sure
little genres within the reggae atmosphere of the music. But when the canvas are present, one thing from reggae to the people.
One of the things I wanted to find out, no, you've always been a very positive an artist that has always disseminated very positive lyrics, message, and performance. Talk to us a little bit about what is in the arsenal of music for you now, in terms of what are we looking, EP, singles, what can we look out for in terms of Davil right now?
It's gonna be an album, you know, album/EP, because I was speaking to a member of my team earlier, and they were like, you know, I know you want to do an album, you want to put the album out, but maybe you should also consider doing an EP.
Okay.
You know, so it can be either or the other, you know.
Is there a particular name that you have yet for that project?
Breathe.
Breathe.
Yes. And
why Breathe?
Because it's the name of the title track.
Without breath, you're dead.
Got you.
Yeah,
got you.
This particular track is a track that I've played with over a while with. You feel me? And I just felt like that particular track was a track that I needed to make the title track for the album because of what it represents, you know, and what I think it can do for people who will hear it. You know, the contribution it can give to not just the music in general, but to somebody who will listen to it and can relate to it, you know?
One of the nicest things is that you can narrate a song, but there's nothing better than listening to the song.
True.
Right.
True. Right. And I would love, just like how we spoke to Diana before, Davil has been an awesome crooner, a vocalist for years. We want you to give it to them in that special Davil style. Remember, no, you know, this is a big deal because you're in a studio. You know how long we have begged for people coming in a studio? No, you can sing a piece, but we'll play it also. But you know why you can't sing a piece? Because you're there.
As a matter of fact, I want him to sing a piece of Breathe, but we're going to play a track called Happy from him.
All right. You ready, youth?
So guess what, go on. I'll give a piece of the Breathe. Yeah, man.
Rich!
I've made a promise to you, and I'm gonna keep it. My love is overdue, and it's no secret. You should know what I do. I do it all for you. Yeah. But it all means nothing if there's no me and you. Yeah. If I can have you in my life tonight, might as well I stop breathing air. Can't have you for the rest of my life. Might as well I stop breathing air. Yeah. Stop breathing air. Oh, stop breathing air. Stop breathing air. Might as well I stop breathing air. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Watch your ladies.
I didn't want to flop you because if I sang that, it would be trouble. All right.
Yeah, man,
so the song we're going to play now is Happy.
Yeah, but Davil, before we drop Happy, tell us a little bit about Happy.
Well, as long as you're happy, whoa, seeing you happy, that makes me happy. Yes, because you mean the world to me. Yeah, Happy is just one of them songs there. And of course, you know, I just get a lyrical content of what I deal with, you know. Everybody can relate to it. Yeah. When you have someone in your life or people in your life, you have to understand that it's not just your happiness that counts.
Yes.
You get me? And know that I'm a husband and I have children. I realize that all those years I spent on tour and spent doing music, just thinking about me. COVID come and box me and say, no, these ones in your life,
you have to take care of people now.
You have to make them happy too.
And of course, your hat says happy. So,
right
folks,
now, Lollipop, drop it.
Rich.
Girl, I will never change this. Real love, baby, I could never fake this. Oh, girl, your smile is contagious. Lost a lot of things, but I'm glad that I found you. I found you. It don't really matter if it's winter, summer, spring, or fall. If I gotta go against the world for you, I'd risk it all. I hope you know what you mean to me. When you're with me, I feel complete. I'd give up everything before I let you go. As long as you're happy, seeing you happy, that makes me happy. 'Cause you mean the world to me. As long as I'm living,
Me all sound happy. From here that we just want to jump for joy.
A big song, man. A
you
big
know,
song.
one of the things that we want to do tonight, Davil, is give them a little mix of all the hits.
Really?
Yeah, we like to do that.
That's go on.
No, I saw it for go, you know. But I wanted to find out from you in terms of your future plans. Where can your fans, you know, like how COVID kind of lift up, you know, shows going on all across the world.
Yep.
Where can we see you performing?
Well, I think nothing with that. Please. I can pull up the schedule.
Why look like schedule? Rich! Yes, Davil.
Yeah, you know, we can't keep a track with all the thing them more time. So I think before we call them schedule.
All right, so let's see where your fans can see you, especially here in Jamaica, if possible.
Yeah, well, boy, it's a sad
feed
thing.
that come up and now, see there?
Yeah, see there?
Full schedule in my game.
If you go up on the website right now, see me? Davilmusic.com, you can see that. Coming up on July 29th.
Yes.
I'm going to be in a place called Gallis Bay Marigot in St. Martin. It's a festival. See me?
All right, St. Martin.
Yeah, and then after that, no, I'm going to be headlining a festival in a place called Killeen, Texas.
Yes.
See me?
I know Killeen.
You know Killeen?
I know Killeen.
Yeah,
yes,
man. Yeah, it's rich.
There.
And then now, October 29th, I'm going to be headlining the first Reggae Fest in Australia. So,
nice.
You can't keep that left flight there. About 3 days before you reach Douglas Head.
Yeah, I don't mind. I've performed in the Solomon Islands and stuff like that. So yeah,
so
I've
you
been
know
there.
it
Yeah, man.
No.
Long flight, but once I get them, I'm good.
Hold on the Davil. Quick time signal. Soon forward.
It's Tile Arcade. Grand opening sale starting May 2nd. New location, Bogue Industrial Estate beside Mavi Santi Builders. Sale on wall tiles, floor tiles, porcelain, and more. Call or WhatsApp 807-8840. The Tile Arcade, creating beautiful homes. The time by Tile Arcade is...
It is 9:40 p.m. Joining us is the EBUZZ. Davil is in studio. And let me tell you, so it's one of the nicest things to have actual people in the studio. 2 years plus.
Been a minute.
I want TV me I talk to.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So
it's been a virtual set for a while.
It's good to have you, brother.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man. The last time I was here, Jada Kingdom was there. That's
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, man, a long time.
Hey, Davil, you know, there's such a history with you.
Yeah.
The group ARP and a long time that you know.
Hold it. Long time.
A long time.
A long time I know, you know.
Hey,
a long time I know.
Hey, Rocky, you know how long we know that, brother?
Yeah, man, 1 minute, man.
And now, you know.
And
one, you've always been very steadfast
Yes.
in your focus in terms of what you want to achieve.
Yeah, man.
But I want to find out from you, what is the secret for looking so young? I mean, I'm old and you know, I'm full of gray hair.
Well,
I mean, when you tell me, say I die.
I tell you, man. My wife is 10 years younger.
That's the secret.
Thank you, boss.
Man, right,
thank you, sir.
You see me, I can't let the thing drop.
No, man.
So hold it up, brother.
If you drop your flop.
No, man, right. That's go and see it there.
Right, Mackie.
I ate that, you know.
I really didn't realize, you know.
Yeah, but I ate that right.
Hey, from what day, you know, me I watch him, you know, on social media, myself, Davil looks so rich and young.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we know him used to die him here.
Yeah, he used to go blonde, man.
Yeah, but he's not here for the end now.
Yeah,
no, I cut it off, man.
Yeah, because
you
you're
know
from your face now.
Yeah, you know, listen, everything have to evolve, man. You get the message.
You have
we can't run at this time of my life with blonde hair from the sun. Them said, Daddy, what's
going on?
What's going on with your hair, Daddy?
What fundamental changes have happened to you being a father and a husband?
Oh man, trust me. Wally, you know, I realize now that there's certain responsibilities and the onus is up on me, you know what I mean, to set an example for my sons.
Yes.
You see me?
Right.
I cannot let other people teach them what I should be teaching them. Mm-hmm. You get me? They must hear it from daddy first and understand that, you know, I'm doing what I'm doing for them. I'm no longer just doing things for myself either.
Right.
I have responsibilities. I have to take care of them. I have to make sure whatever I do is going to transition into their present and their future. You feel me? So one time we are thinking about buy fast car and pretty jewelry and all these wonderful things, but nothing wrong with that if you want to do that with yours, but mine a different thing. We want to buy properties and, you know what I mean, build generational wealth, you know?
Thank you very much, sir. Something me and you talk about all the while.
Yeah,
passive income.
Yes,
very
man.
important.
Generational wealth, you know, carry value.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Land and house, money go up.
Only appreciate, brother.
Yeah, man. So for the young artists, them out there, I dash it and I chop it and I chew it and I burn it up. Bring it, come give me, man. Nobody burn it up.
Yeah, come give me too.
Make it show them how
you
show
you it go.
We'll show you it go. You see me?
Yeah.
I'm happy you mentioned, I mean, as an entertainer who, you know, been in the business for quite some time, I mean, I'm sure there must be some highlights, some special moments. I mean, is there any particular one moment that you recall, or more than one moments where you say, say, been in the business for a while and experiencing this, or being in this position, I have to really tell them about it right now?
Well, if you're going to talk about, there have been many situations and many occurrences of things that I've experienced that honestly I held on to that, and it brought me forward. If I'm understanding what you're saying. For example, when the first time I went to Japan, remember I went to Japan the first time, I didn't even knew that my name was a household name in Japan. I just went there for the Tree Look Show for Tree Look Grand. And when I got there, it's a different thing. Davil is a household name, and that woke me up,
Yes.
So and that also taught me that never stop doing music, because you never know who might be gravitating to that particular song.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I learned that right there and then. Experiences like when me up a Berry someone and me hang out to Berry, so I work on a song together and me I sing. And I talked about this earlier to you. Me I sing. Do you want me to jump over the bridge into the water? Something like that. Me I sing.
Yeah.
Berry said, "Hold on there, young blood. So you're really gonna do that? You're gonna jump off a bridge into a deep ocean for a woman?"
I him that.
I mean, I said, "Well, Berry, so you don't know, say." A lyrical thing, man, lyrical thing you are good. The man said, no, lyrical thing, brother.
No,
remember what I said in my song? Do you want me to go over the road and let the car run over me?
Yes.
Him say, me ask her.
It was a big joke on a cruise.
The man said, me ask her. I never tell her something I gotta do it.
Yes.
Ask her, she want me to do it.
Yeah. a lot of people can learn from Burris. I actually was at Burris's house Monday.
Yeah.
Here in Ochi. And it was a encyclopedia.
Yeah, man.
Sitting with him, talking with him.
Yes, man.
Uncle B.
Man. You learn so much. And right there, so and then my whole trajectory in terms of me writing a song changed drastically.
Yeah.
Me no longer say them thing them. The man say keep it real.
Yeah.
That the man say. And then at that time, because I come from the boy band ARP and we are trying to sing like.
By the way, awesome band.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
No better discount that.
No, man.
They were ARP.
No, man.
Mitch. Oh.
And then we are trying to sing we are slur and one back a pretty thing. No man say what that one. Chop.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that pretty thing the way you do. That shit way. Just sing the thing straight.
Sing it straight.
Yes. Paris and teach me them thing the dog. So I learn again these little things along the way. You know what I mean? I pick up and
some interesting points. I mean, and it goes to show that oftentimes an entertainer, you have to be very careful of the things that you put on record, in your music.
And the influence that it may have.
And the influence that
because, as I'm going back to Berris.
Yeah.
Berris has named a lot of people. When I think Ginger come to him house, and Ginger, same name, Box Juice or something.
And him say name Ginger,
Ginger, your name, So guess what now? With me now, because I've put on some weight, my new name is Bonus. Davil look for me say what? And
the man's name?
Bonus.
Yeah, so him deserve a big up. And with that being said, so we're going to go to the next big up we have.
Tell me.
Because it's all about little Ochi seafood. I mean, you don't know.
Say that show the name is me though.
No, man, can't.
That show there.
So right now, of course, on the phone line, Mr. Everald Christian. Good evening, sir.
Everald, walk on.
Yeah, man. Everything up, man. Everything up.
From me here, me here, rich, man. Rich.
From me here, about seafood and these things. Tell us about Little Ochi Seafood Carnival Day plus night event.
Tell us what's happening, brother.
Yeah, man. It's our yearly event,
Right.
We drop out for 2 years through the COVID, but we're back again strong and ready to serve the people. I know, look what you have the widest seafood menu in the whole Caribbean.
And if rainforest don't involve me, I'll be today,
No, man, me a Jordan and the whole
rainforest. Brian.
What you know too,
Yeah, my family long time. Tell us.
Man, you know that.
You know that. All right, so Little Ochi Seafood Carnival Day, Seafood Carnival Day. Tell us.
Sunday, July 10th.
And give us all the details. When, where, what can we look for in terms of entertainment?
It will be at the property of Little Ochi Alligator Pond on the beach front.
Right.
This time now we're widen the beach
the beach front and we taking like a next quarter mile going down the beach because we expect everybody to come out and just enjoy themselves. Splash and dash in the water and just enjoy some good seafood and listen to some good music, yeah?
What's your entertainment package?
Well, we have Yashi and we have Oscar B coming out of Trinidad.
What?
And we have Besa this day and but you know say overall, you know say look Ochi platform you can happen to run into anyone.
True. Next
Absolutely.
time you know say the little Ochi stage is where stars are born. And we can talk from Chronic.
Yes.
Come right.
Right up, you're right.
True.
Before them even have a name. Them touch that little Ochi stage.
And Brian Jardim has helped with Chronics too because one of his very first shows was his rainforest seafood thing too. So
yeah, man. So I know say when you talk about seafood supply.
Tell you.
You know we cannot run start of seafood.
Yes.
Once the two giants collide, right?
Yes.
You know what's interesting about it? I mean, usually I know about Little Ochi seafood, but I realize now Carnival Day plus the night event. No more you break it down for the listeners now who are saying.
All right. Yeah, what we have, because we believe it's a family event.
Yeah.
Right.
So the gate open at 10 a.m. and we have the family attraction that time where we have merry-go-round, treasure hunt, boat ride, bouncer boat, and face painted. And that is sponsored by Excelsior. Exclusively by Excelsior. So the parents can carry out the children and this is free ride all day up to 4 o'clock.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right. I want to find out admission. How much to get in?
Well, pre-sold ticket is 1,500, 2,000 at the gate, and 500 for kids.
And security is set.
It's a more than affordable event.
They're cheap.
And I have to give thanks to all my sponsors who with their input to make it that affordable, you know?
You want to big up your sponsors? Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm going to take great issue. I don't know, the mastermind there and the fish thing is Blackie and Rainforest.
All right.
Big up Blackie.
Excelsior on board 100%. They never leave us out. We have tiles are us out at St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You know, the master for tiles, they can fix up, we have fixed up at home.
True.
We have Snap, who's an upcoming promoter out of Mandeville. And say, we have the whole supporter Alligator Pan Youth Club, and it's a good vibes. And they talk about the Manchester Police. They're on board 100%. So they can guarantee that they're going to get a good show, and it will be protected by Manchester Police, which make it safe for the whole family.
Nice. So you mentioned security, Manchester Police and all. Parking good?
Yeah, man. Well, we have the school, we have the church, we have the...
Wow.
We have the whole Alligator Pan. Because remember, it's a family event, and the whole Alligator Pan is involved.
Wonderful.
A man can get a squeeze into a house parking lot, and it was always a good vibe. We never have that problem before.
All right, thank you so much. We're looking forward to it.
Bro, Christian, thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure, man.
Keep it rich, boy. We know that this show is
July 10.
It's going to be massive.
Little Ochi Seafood Carnival Day plus night event. Alligator Pond, St. Elizabeth.
Big up in a youth. And of course, there's going to be a celebrity chef cook-off and family attractions and so on. We're looking forward
this year go forward there.
Yeah, man. Big up Blackie. Blackie every time. Enough love.
Place are go nice.
It's go nice. Trust me.
Place
all right.
Nice.
We're getting close to out of time. We also have Davil here. We can't look at Davil. We have to just take advantage, because boy, a long time we not nobody inside there saying the bridge.
Go on, man.
Go, my goodness, man.
Davil say go on, man.
Boy, I mean, still want a little Davil mix, you know. Yes, Maki.
I feel like so we need it, you know.
Yeah, I think so, you know.
Yeah, man, we need it.
Oh, you still lollipop. Give me 2 little tunes.
Yeah, man, drop something, no?
Yeah, man, give me 2 little Davil there. Yeah.
This year, give me.
See it here now.
I wanna let you know something.
No, you're not. You're not perform too.
Hold on this. Listen, baby, yesterday is gone, and I can't wanna say that I'm sorry. So I'm singing this song. Oh baby, I'm sorry, sorry for breaking your heart, being unfaithful to you. I know, but I'm sorry. But yesterday's gone. When I said I love you, I meant every word I said. I don't want you to believe anything else. I give you my heart, try not to know one else. God, no one else can make me feel like you do. I know I made some mistakes, I know I caused you some pain, but I know that you and I can start all over again. Maybe it's not too late. All we need is some faith. Just believe in what we have, and every day will be great. Whoa.
You know, I've been thinking about the years of this.
Yeah.
And trust me.
And I really got to let you know.
Check it out.
Oh, thinking about the younger years. See, there was only you and me. We were young and wild and free. And no, nothing can take you away from me. See, we've been down that road before, but that's over now. You keep me coming back for more. And yeah, baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying there in my arms, I find it hard to believe we're in heaven. Ding-a-ding-ding-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. And love is all that I need, and now I found it there in your heart. No reason to walk the same. We're in heaven. You give me that one already in the road, boy. You give me that one already.
Lollipop Pool.
Rich! Yeah. You're in my mind, yes.
Nice.
I'm thinking about you. Bada bang, bada bang, bada bang. And girl, I miss you. And baby, ever since that day you went away, yes, I can't live without you. You're always on my mind. 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 And I gave you all of me. And now you're not here with me. And nothing will ever change. My love for you remains the same. I can't wait to see you again. You're always on my mind. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I've been feeling lonely, and ever since you left me, baby. I'm missing you like crazy. Why couldn't you hold on to me? How will I get through this? I've got nothing left to love again, and I can't live on memories. But that's all you left me with. You left me with, and yes, even though I try and I refuse to cry, can't get over you.
tell you this,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
Hits after hits after hits after hits.
Let me tell you something. We just got a smorgasbord of an album of hits all a while ago.
Look at them, man.
And let me tell you something. Davil, COVID has really put a damper on events. It is so good to have, I keep saying it, when we have people in studio.
Yes,
I
wonderful
think
vibes.
probably you're the third or second. And how much people come inside here.
See.
But we are
Since
open
COVID.
now for business. So
Yes.
forward,
Shop
everybody.
open, man.
Open up.
Yes,
Right
man.
away.
Yeah.
Davil, it's a pleasure to have you.
Brethren,
in studio, like,
it's been
Bones said,
great.
and,
It's good to have you, brother.
you know, we're looking forward to hear the singles and hear all the new materials and so on, because we know when you decide that you're going, put out a track, it has to be at a certain level,
Yeah, man, especially now,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for having me on the platform. I love it.
Anytime.
When I heard that
Anytime.
American
Don't
accent,
forget.
I was
check-
wondering.
Forgot about-
wondering what's going on.
Social media, see me?
Yeah.
Twitter, IG, TikTok, Twitter, you
Yeah,
see me?
tell them what- tell them the
Facebook.
handle.
Give us a handle.
Davil Music. Straight on the wall of the
Everything,
platform. you
Davil
see me?
Music.
And
Okay.
of course,
All right.
davilmusic.com, the website, everything you want to know there, right there, sir.
All right, we're completely out of time. We have
Thank
to big
you.
up the entire team, of course. Big up to our production assistant Shamara, Vivine, Dianna, technical operator DJ Lollipop, studio engineer DJ Kemar, of course, social media Peter Broadbar, telephone operator Jody K. Tucker. You don't know the thing, go.
We want to say special thanks once again to Davil.
Yes.
For stepping in studio. And of course, our music artist. I hope I can
Diana
find her.
Wright.
Diana Wright.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
I'm Courtney Mack.
Muta Baruka is up next.